We're going to go ahead and do an unboxing here. Well, sort of an unboxing. I already opened this in the parking lot to take a look at it. So this is the Falkniven F1. Now, I've never owned a Falkniven before, but the truth is before I got into making knives and I was looking at spending a lot of money on one, I considered getting a Falkniven. Now, not this one, it was one of the bigger ones, but let's go ahead and take a look. So, this knife handle, I didn't know what to expect of it. I didn't know if it was going to be a hard plastic or if it'd be spongy. It has a tiny bit of give. The knife looks pretty good too. Now, let's see if it's sharp. Let's see here. It's pretty sharp. Let's see if it's shaving. And it is shaving sharp. I will say this is a very interesting edge compared to a lot of knives that I've looked at. It's one continuous edge all the way to the end, and then I believe it's a convex grind at the edge. Slightly convex bevel. The knife looks really good, and this is the laminated COS steel. We're going to do some tests with it, compare it to some of the other knives I have. Now, my purpose in buying this is to compare it to my knives primarily, but also it is pretty neat to actually have one in hand. You don't see a whole lot of these for sale in the States. They're made in, I believe they're made in Sweden, if I remember correctly. Yep, made in Boden, Sweden. And the box is half in Swedish and then the other half is in English. Got warranty information. This is the Pilot's survival knife, is its purpose. It's very small. Now, if you've ever wondered about these sheaths, it's pretty lightweight. It's a very compact sheath. It winds up taking up less space than a leather sheath. The knife sits fairly tightly in it. I feel like it could come out with enough shaking, but it's staying in there right now. There's a little tab here that you can put your thumb on to push it out. See here, the button strap around the handle is pretty darn tight, so that'll keep that knife in there. Let's see here, what else can I say about it at this moment? It's decently thick at the spine. It looks like it's close to, if I was to say this in an inch measurement, it's probably close to 0.17 inches or 0.16 inches with a very, very gradual taper. Now, already looking at it from the perspective of a hunter, this little lip right here, it's nice to have it, but I feel like there's a possibility you could slip over that when you're skinning out an animal, or pushing it through some hide. I think that could all be taken care of with a lanyard or just a higher level of caution. Let's see here. Let's compare it to the Benchmade real quick. So here's the Benchmade saddle mountain next to it. They're almost the same length. The Falkniven is slightly shorter, a little less blade length. The handle size between the two. So the Falkniven is a slightly smaller handle. In thickness, the Benchmade is barely thicker than the Falkniven, but the Benchmade feels smaller in the hand than the Falkniven. The Falkniven fills up my hand better. I feel like the Falkniven's far more comfortable, in my opinion. It's got traction on the side here. Some stippling, I think is what it's called, if my vocabulary serves correct. And let's see here. So, yeah, I feel like that'd be a little more comfortable. That tab is going to give you a little more safety than the Benchmade Saddle Mountain. The edge does feel very good. I am curious on how it's going to perform in the edge retention test, because this laminated COS steel, I don't know really anybody else that makes a knife in it, and this might be proprietary to Falkniven, but it does slice very well. And since there's no secondary bevel, that little shoulder that you sometimes get isn't there to cause any problems. So I am curious to see how this is going to slice. And it is a pretty good looking little knife in my opinion. And the sheath, one thing I did notice about the sheath, so if I was a hunter, I'd want to get a leather sheath for it. because that would be annoying if you had it taken on you while you're creeping through the brush. But honestly, this skinny sheath seems to be pretty nice, and it seems like the catch in it actually works pretty well.